My name is Teresa Deersveit. I'm an Associate Professor in the Geography Department at Wits. We're working a lot on the issue of gender and education and the ways in which gender and education intersect with food sovereignty. So they found that there was a 55% improvement of food security as the position of women improved in those societies, which is an extraordinary statistics. It means that we need to be thinking about the issue of food far more holistically than we have been before. And we need to be thinking about that very fundamental, important role that women play in producing and ensuring that their families are fed when we think about food. Well, I think the biggest challenge that we have is that women tend to hold a somewhat disempowered position in society, which makes the access to food security initiatives quite variable. For example, if we think about what are the things that you need to be food secure, one of them is land. And women tend, because of the ways in which culture and different kinds of values work, women tend not to have access to land as much as men do. And the other issues would be mobility. Women tend, because they have a lot of childcare, because there's a division of labour where women are expected to look after children, it's a lot more difficult for them to be mobile. So if they do grow gardens and they do happen to have a surplus in those gardens, it's very difficult for them to actually go into marketplaces where they can sell that surplus and then feed that surplus back into the gardens to grow them.
The Wits Siyakhana initiative is one that is addressing food security through high-level research, teaching and training, advocacy, and implementing a Siyakhana garden in which we are currently standing. Not everybody has got a decent bit of land, but there are also other methodologies and techniques and technologies for growing food in your garden. And some of our research shows that you can generate up between 200 and 400 rand a month value of vegetables and herbs that you can utilize in your own kitchens, and I think this is something that we are encouraging.
That's what we want to teach our communities, to be involved, not to just plant, but to actually plant something that are going to take it out there, that is going to be desirable out there, that plant crops that are going to be market themselves.
These kinds of projects are absolutely essential. It's essential because what happens in a project like this is that not only do you have women and men engaged in growing food, which is very practical and fundamental way, you also get changes of identity. When you think about women taking on work which is not usually associated with women, start to think about women in different ways. When women start to bring food into the household and are able to feed their own children, their sense of empowerment improves.
The importance of addressing this problem is reminding people what they were taught many years ago, that their grandmothers, and that's such a common statement when young people come to visit Siyakhana, they say, wow, this is what our grandmothers taught us to do.